Okay, I'll start with the first question. Who did you network with the most during your time in the program?
Well, I connected with a lot of interns, but I've been with one of my job interns with Taiwan Tours.
Okay. What was your most memorable moment from the program?
My most memorable moment was when we went to one of the JSU to look around the campus,
Mm-hmm.
and they gave us a tour, and it was memorable.
Okay. Through E3, have your career choices stayed the same or changed? Why or why not?
It stayed the same over the past 2 years,
Okay.
simply because I like business, and then one day I want to be my own coach or anything like that.
Very well. Who has your mindset stretched? How has your mindset stretched while being in E3?
My mindset stretched far and well since I've been here. I got I learned a lot of things here and got smarter over the 2 years we've been
Okay. You stated that you want to be a coach. You're a high school coach and the player is failing a mandatory class for graduation. What do you do?
here. I'll sit him out for the rest of the season and give him a tutor and have him one-on-one help until he passes.
Very well. Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Who did you network with the most during your time in the program?
I networked with Coach Lewis the most because he helped me set up my internship at the 100 Black Men of Jackson.
Okay. What was your most memorable moment from the program?
My most memorable moment from the program was me mentoring kids at the 100 Black Men of Jackson.
Why?
It was memorable because I had never worked with kids and I really felt that was good for me.
Okay. Through E3, have your career choices stayed the same or changed?
I would say that it changed because at first I was interested in law and I was placed at a law office my first year, but then I realized I didn't want to do that, so I changed my major.
Very good. How has your mindset stretched while being in E3?
It is stretched because Dr. Watkins placed me at the 100 Black Men, and it really wasn't my career choice, but I had to, deal with it. So
All right. Your boss calls you in to tell you that you will be replaced with a computer if you can't repair the given software. What do you do?
well, if I didn't know how to do it, I would call someone to help me with it.
Okay, very well. Thank you for interviewing with us today.
Thank you.
Who did you network with the most during your time in the program?
I networked with Ms. Marissa Sims. She was my mentor last year, and she helped me get my curriculum together for JSU because she was majoring in marketing and mass communications.
Very good. What was your most memorable moment from the program?
My most memorable moment was the fashion show that I had hosted last year. It was great.
Could you explain your fashion show? Who did you have to participate in it?
The, the fashion show, most of the interns from this program participated.
Okay.
William Thompson, Jordan Williams were my male models for the t-shirt we designed, Confidence. And some students from the high school I went to, Murrah High School, was the models for the show also. And I had a chance to join them.
Through E3, have your career choices stayed the same or changed? Why or why not?
My career choices changed. I found out that architecture was not the best for me, so I went into marketing, something I've really been doing for the rest of my life.
Very well. How has your mindset stretched while being E3?
While being in three, my mindset stretched as far as presenting myself professionally and having to articulate well.
Okay.
That's it.
Very good. Some stole your Lala Luxurious lip gloss and has made several knockoffs. Let me go back. Someone stole your Lala Luxurious lip gloss and they made several knockoffs. How do you feel about that and what would you do?
if someone stole my product, I wouldn't worry about it because I know no one can make something like I can. So
Product speaks for itself.
always.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking out the time to interview with us today.
Thank you.
Good morning. Who did you network the most with during your time in the program?
During my time in this program, I networked with Coach Price.
Could you explain?
I networked with him the most through a lot of different things, such as him checking up on us as we in and out during the day or just during the week.
Okay.
During the program.
Okay. What was your most memorable moment from the program?
Well, my most memorable moment was 2 years ago when I had my first interview on WLBT News Channel 16, and what we was doing was creating a business plan for the whole Tulu community, and it was the most nervous moment of my life, but I got through it.
Good job. Through E3, have your career choices stayed the same or changed? Why or why not?
Through E3, they changed multiple times. I had multiple career interests. At first, I know when I got here, I was interested in barber technology and art, and this year is architecture drafting. And E3 has helped me expand it through so many ways, such as network.
Very good. How has your mindset stretched? Which you just touched bases on that, but how has your mindset stretched while being in E3?
It has expanded very much because I got to know a lot of people. They introduced me to many different things and introduced me to new experiences.
Okay. Say you have been designing a building for 16 months and you present it to a well-known company and it's rejected. What do you do?
What I would do is never give up. I would, keep working hard and striving to get that business or that building that I've been working on for so long to another company and, put it in God's hands.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Who did you network with the most during your time in the program?
Majority of the time I network with the owner of the shop, Mr. Don Stanley. Everybody that I came in contact with, all the new people I met through him.
Okay. What was your most memorable moment from the program?
My most memorable moment was, I think, the second or first year of the internship. All the boys were chosen to go to the governor's mansion. We all got dressed and came together and we had a good time.
Through E3, have your career choices stayed the same or changed?
My career choices stayed the same through E3 because I've always had a deep love for what it is that I want to do. And being at my internship site, it gave me more knowledge and helped me understand more why it is that I like it so much.
Very good. How has your mindset stretched while being in E3?
My mindset is stretched drastically. It showed me why people always told me I needed to grow up and be more mature, because I now understand how important the business world is and how much it is and how hard the job that I do is.
Okay. The shop is full and you're short a mechanic. How do you handle it?
To handle that situation, I would just have to suck up more responsibility and help and make sure every customer and every person at the shop is satisfied in each and every way, no matter how big or how small the job or situation is.
All right, thank you. Good morning. I'll start with the first question. Who did you network with the most during your time in the program?
Also, I networked the most with Jerry Young while we was at work with Ms. Sims.
Okay. Could you explain?
Yeah, because we sit mostly together in the office and we work together, and while working together we had to get to know each other.
So you collaborated.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. What was your most memorable moment in the program?
I would say when we had a meeting with Mr. McElroy. He's an entrepreneur, and through the meeting, we learned a lot about his business. And as well, he took us out to lunch and gave us a tour of his business.
Good job. Through E3, have your career choices stayed the same or changed? Why or why not?
It stayed the same, because when I started working in museums, I really noticed that I really is more interested in computers than I really am.
Okay. How has your mindset stretched while being in E3?
To not just focus on one thing, but to expand my knowledge onto other things while staying focused at the same time.
Very well. I'll ask you your scenario question. You have an electronic device and the screen goes blank. You can't power on or off the device. What do you do?
All right, first you get the proper tools and take the device apart.
Mhm.
And there's a dispatch cable in the back of it. You disconnect it for a few minutes, reconnect it, put the seal back on it, and then root it, and then try to power it up again.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Well,
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Who did you network with the most during your time in the program?
Actually, I got to network with my co-intern, Mr. Christian Wally. I found out that he's actually a DJ, so from now on, if I have a family outing, my family will have a free DJ.
Okay. What was your most memorable moment from the program?
My most memorable moment was getting an opportunity to work with the Master Touch All-Star Drumline Clinic. That's actually the drumline that performs for the New Orleans Pelicans during halftime. So that was truly an honorable experience.
Through E3, have your career choices stayed the same or changed?
Actually, my career choices have changed. The first year of the program, I was with the law firm, a publicly funded law firm here in the city of Jackson, Mississippi. But E3 encouraged me to follow my passion, which is music. So now I work with the Department of Music here at Jackson State University.
Okay. How has your mindset stretched while being in E3?
Coming to E3, I was very immature to have any establishment of goals, anything, and E3 gave me that establishment.
Very well. Your soloist is flunking the class, and there is a competition next week, but the principal says he can't perform. What would you do?
Well, the good thing about being a band program is that there's lots of talented kids, so you can always get more than one individual to play their solo.
All right, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Who did you network with the most during your time in the program?
Well, I network with a lot of people, but mostly the students because we're kind of on the same level.
When you say the students, what do you mean?
I mean, all of the fellow interns that I've been with the last 2 or 3 years.
Could you list a few?
Jada, Will, Taiwan.
Okay. Which one of them impacted you the most?
I would probably say Jada because she was always pushing us to do our best, and she always wanted excellence. So,
Okay. What was your most memorable moment from the program?
well, in E3 I had a lot of memorable moments, but I guess my favorite one was working at Mississippi College in the biology lab.
Through E3, have your career choices stayed the same or changed? Why or why not?
My career choices have stayed the same, but they have expanded over time. I've always wanted to do something in the science field, but E3 made me want to do biology, so that's what I major in now.
How has your mindset stretched while being in E3?
My mindset has stretched a lot because I used to just think of short-term goals, but now I think long-term.
Okay. One of your patient's insurance does not cover the treatment you just gave them, and you just found out. What do you do?
Well, I mean, it's not their fault, it's their insurance's fault. So I will probably let them do a payment plan.
Okay. What if that patient cannot afford that payment plan?
Well, I mean, the treatment's done now, so maybe over time we could work something out with their insurance or get them started on some new insurance.
Okay. Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very well. Who did you network with the most during your time in the program?
The most I networked with was, I have to say,
The people who are over the program overall, all the coaches and administrators, because they helped me throughout the year and throughout my entire time in the program.
What was your most memorable moment from the program?
I've had so many memorable moments. I don't think I could just choose one. But one that I like to think back on the most is working in my first restaurant, which name was Kent's Cajun Kitchen, my first year of my internship.
Is it something that you took from working in that first restaurant? If it was one thing that had to stick with you, what would it be?
How to run my restaurant, because they ran their restaurant like instead of they were just working, they ran it like they were family. And that way everything ran smoothly and everyone was happy.
Okay. Through E3, have your career choices stayed the same or changed? Why or why not?
My career choices have been the same. They just have reached levels of maturity now. Now they are from just being basic, like just a basic cook, to being the owner of a company that manages multiple restaurants.
Okay. How has your mindset stretched while being in E3?
Well, while being in E3, my mindset stretched to look at the bigger picture. Instead of doing one little thing, I do 10 little things to make a big thing happen.
Okay. A customer is being belligerent and complaining about the food. In the process, the customer curses out an employee and leaves without paying. What do you do, and how would you handle it as a manager and the owner of the restaurant?
Well, first of all, if the customer just leave, I just file the police report and let the local law officers handle it. And if they don't do anything about it, then it's out of my hands. All I have to do is just make quality food and hope for the better.
How would you handle an irate customer while being serviced major companies in the same scenario?
I would just be as polite as I can and try to calm them down or redirect their anger to a different situation or something. You know, just so we can get the situation over and smoothly.
Okay. Thank you so much, and I hope you have an awesome day.
Thank you.
Who did you network with the most during your time in the program?
I would say I networked with Jaquarius Lewis, William Thompson, Alexandria Span, the coaches, and also the rest of the interns. During the first 2 years, me, Jaquarius, and we were always on program, so that's how I got to know them. And then this third year, I worked with Alexandria as a lead intern.
Okay. What was your most memorable moment from the program?
My most memorable moment would be the first year luncheon. D'Anthony cried because of how the program touched him, so it told me that the program can touch lives in a positive way.
Wow. Could you explain something about D'Anthony that really touched you?
When D'Anthony came in, there was a lot of maturity issues, and he kind of has grown into a better individual. Work ethic is strong, and I'm just proud of him.
It shows your leadership through what you said. I like that. Through E3, have your career choices stayed the same or changed? Why or why not?
They've changed a little bit. Social work will always be my first love because I love people. However, through working with Zakia Summers, my mentor at ACLU in communications, it actually makes me want to think about doing some communications work.
Well, so like public speaking?
Yes.
Absolutely. How has your mindset stretched while being in E3?
Before I came to E3, I would back down from a challenge, and I would be shy and not know that power and knowledge that I possess. It has taught me to be confident in the knowledge and power I possess, and so I always trust what I believe.
If you see a document in black ink, what do you do?
First and foremost, most social workers tend to write in blue, so I would make sure that the document has not been tampered with and then proceed to turn it in.
Okay. How did you learn that? And where did you learn it from?
My mentor from last year, Ms. Letitia Johnson, she's a guardian ad litem. She's a family services lawyer. So going on the road with her during her different family services practices, we met several social workers in Baltimore County. So,
from listening to your interview, I take that you have had an awesome experience with E3, and we look forward to seeing what happens with you in the future.
Just wait and see.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Jaquarius Lewis, and my advice to you next year is to persevere. The race is not given to the swift or the strong, but the one that endures to the end. Thank you.
Hello, my name is D'Anthony Orman, and I just want to tell you all, stay positive, keep your head up, you know where you want to be in life.
Hello, my name is Sonia Walton, and I wanted to tell you guys that you need to have patience. Remember that everything happens for a reason.
Hello, my name is Jordan Williams. To whom much is given, much is required. The world is set against you all, so remember, with God, anything is possible.